Hey everybody, I'm John and this is Blind Whiskey Reviews. Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today here on Blind Whiskey Reviews, the most honest reviews on YouTube. Today I'm bringing you another No Time Like the Present review where we crack open a brand new bottle of whiskey and I give you my first impressions based on what it tastes like now before we get to the blind review down the line with this whiskey. So today we're taking a look at the Michter's Barrel Strength Rye, and I'm really excited to do this one. I've put up a couple polls about whiskeys you guys wanted me to do a No Time Like the Present segment with. This one was one you guys that didn't necessarily win, but I've gotten a lot of comments saying they'd like to see me open it. I also got quite a few comments on that after I put out my whiskey tour video. If you haven't checked out my tour of my whiskey collection, you can do that up here. Just kind of takes you through some of the bottles I'm available to do reviews for you guys. If you want to take a look at that, it's linked up here and down in the description below. So like I said, today we're doing the Michter's Barrel Strength Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. This is a limited release from Michter's. The bottle is a little bit confusing. If you read the bottle around the labeling here, it says, and I'll put maybe a close-up of this on the screen for you guys so you can see. Distilled in small batches according to the Michter's pre-Revolutionary War quality standards dating back to 1753. But the very first part says distilled in small batches. So it makes it sound like it's a small batch whiskey, but they're telling you on the back, we are proud to offer this special release of our Barrel Strength Kentucky Straight Rye. After full maturation, each individual charred white oak barrel of this US 1 rye is bottled at its particular strength. This single barrel rye has been mellowed by our signature filtration. So this is in fact, allegedly, a single barrel product. And this particular bottle is bottled at 112.6 proof. So lots of you have been asking to see this. I'm here to bring it to you. Let's do it. So I have never actually had this whiskey before. I've had several different Michter's whiskeys, and I didn't get that on nice and close. Hopefully you guys can hear that pop. I usually try to put it next to my mic. I've had several different Michter's whiskeys on this channel. I've enjoyed all of them. I'm really excited to get into this one. It's one I haven't had before. It's got a nice deep dark color to it. A real cork, which smells pretty darn good. Let's get to the nose on this guy. Definitely got some strong rye characters on there, although I'm curious about the mash bill on this. My nose is making this feel like maybe this is a lower rye whiskey. And there's definitely rye notes on here. You're definitely getting some black pepper. There's some deep, rich bourbon-y kind of notes you're getting on there. Like you're getting some of these caramels, brown sugar, vanilla. There's a little bit of light fruit if you kind of back off the glass. As you get in, it kind of gets a little deeper and richer. Oh yeah, definitely black pepper. A hint of some herbal characters. Is there dill? I might be smelling a little, there's the slightest touch of like a dill quality. Maybe even a little mintiness. Anyway, so far it smells great. Just based on the nose, I'm already feeling like this is definitely going to need some airtime to open up. And as we always do, we'll give it, the little bit of airtime we can for the purposes of this video. But we'll definitely be circling back after this bottle's been open a couple of months. Anyways, smells pretty darn good to me. Can't wait to get to the taste. Let's do it. Cheers. So when it hits the palate, first taste, I don't want to give you a ton of tasting notes. When it hits the palate, it's definitely a rye. And it's not coming off, at least at this point, like it is a incredibly low rye. So if you're not familiar with ryes, all it needs to be a rye is 51% of the mash bill needs to be rye grains. So everything other than that is kind of flexible, and you can still call it a rye whiskey. So there are many whiskeys out there that are in that very low range of that like 51%, 55%, the typical Kentucky rye, where they have lots of similar qualities to a bourbon, just maybe a little bit more spicy qualities and things like that. This one feels like it's a little bit higher to me. Like it's not at that absolute minimum rye level. Let's get another taste. Yeah, so far this whiskey has a nice balance of flavors. There is some definite rye notes there. There is some definite that kind of bourbony sweetness here. So like I said, I don't think it's an ultra high rye, but I don't think it's like the bare minimum. Like maybe they upped it. Maybe this is like 60 or 70% rye instead of just being like 51. There's a lot of nice rich notes here. There's a note almost in there that reminds me of their American whiskey. It's kind of got this almost butterscotchy quality to it. There's a lot to pick apart in here. Up front, there's some definite fruitiness. You're getting some nice light fruits, that apple, that pear. Mid palate, you get some more of the herbal notes. It's really hard to tell. If it is dill, it's super slight. So those of you that are put off by dill, don't worry. You're not getting blown out in this whiskey. It's maybe just like kind of a background note in here. But it's part of the herbal package, shall we call it, the herbal bundle you're getting with this whiskey. There's a little bit of maybe dill, almost like a spearmint-like quality. Definitely a little bit of black pepper. Let's get to the back of the palate. Back of the palate sweetens up a little bit. You're getting, mid to back, you're getting like these brown sugar notes, the caramel notes, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon, touch of oak. I mean, it's a really nicely complex whiskey. And you really I don't know that I would peg this, and we'll find out in the blind review, but I don't know that I would peg this at 112 proof. It drinks, everybody hates the word, but it drinks relatively smooth in the sense that there's no harsh burn. It's not very hot. You're getting a lot of flavor, but not a ton of the heat that goes with it. I'd probably call this, I would say it's definitely more than 100 proof if I was guessing, I think. I'd probably say it's like 105. I may have put it up to 110, but I don't think so. I think I'd probably tell you it's maybe like 105 or so. So it drinks really nice. Good amount of flavor for the proof, for the heat. You're definitely not tasting the ethanol, which is always a good thing. You never want to really taste that alcohol. So far, so good. I think this whiskey is going to do well with some airtime. So let's stop wasting time taking these sips of a fresh pour. Let's give it those 20, 30 minutes that we're going to give it. Let it open up just a touch and see how it tastes when we come back. All right, so it's been about 30 minutes since we left. Gave this time a little bit of time to open up. Let's see where we're at with it. I mean, if anything, it feels a little deeper and richer to me. Same notes, just more of them. There's more deep fruit maybe. A little bit of that dark fruit sweetness. Almost like a molasses-y character, it almost feels like. I'm definitely still getting like that butterscotch note and a lot of what we were getting before. Let's get to the taste. Yeah, more of the same. Hasn't opened up too much. I think in a few weeks or a couple months, this whiskey is going to be a monster. I mean, there's all these flavors kind of hiding in there, and I think once they have the time to really kind of shine, it's going to be incredible. But yeah, there's a really nice amount of complexity here. I would really like to see that dark fruit quality, that There's a bit of on the palate. There's a lot of on the nose. I'd really like that to kind of balance out more. I'd like it to come forward more. I think that'd be a really nice character to kind of blend in with this. Bring a little bit of that dark fruit sweetness kind of mid-palate. I mean, it already comes in mid-palate, but it just came in a little bit harder mid-palate. It'd be fantastic. And it's already a really good whiskey. A lot of people ask for this. A lot of people, have a lot of high expectations for Michters, and this one doesn't disappoint. It's a really good whiskey. So I cannot wait to see what this does down the line. As we do with these, I'm going to give you a preliminary, score for this whiskey, so you can kind of see how it compares when I do the blind review down the line. And for this one, God, I think it's really good. I'm going to give it, it's like high 80s, maybe even a 90. In these No Time Like the Present reviews, I've been kind of erring on the high side because especially on these ones where I really think they're going to open up to be a much more robust whiskey and get a couple extra points than maybe I would give it as it tastes now. I'm going to say this is a solid 90. It is really good whiskey. It has a good amount of complexity. It is not off-putting for the proof that it is. It's 112 proof. Like I said, it drinks a little bit lower than that in terms of the heat and the alcohol, so that's fantastic. You got a lot of great flavors in here. You got a nice blend and balance of flavors in here, so it's got a lot of really good things going for it. So I cannot wait to do this one blind down the line. But let me know what you guys think of Michter's Barrel Strength Rye in the comments down below. There's a lot of lovers and haters of Michter, so I love to hear what your opinions on these things. So let me know what your thoughts are if you've had the chance to try this one. As always, you can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at blind_reviews. You can also catch me on Instagram at Mission Bottle Kill, where I'm posting pictures of people emptying all kinds of great bottles of whiskey. So if you want me to post your pic, just tag at Mission Bottle Kill in your post. You can also send me an email at blindwhiskeyreviews, that's whiskey with an E, @gmail.com. And until the next time, cheers.